afraid to get married, man. Why man wouldn't be afraid to get married at this point? You know, look at Kobe. Look at the shit he's going through right now. Right? Guy's getting a divorce. His wife's gonna get $70 million. Never hit a layup in her life. You know, can anybody explain these divorce settlements? Can anybody make sense of these fucking things? Tiger Woods' wife,
some of them are really crazy.
$50 million. She's a babysitter. Worth $250 million fucking. Somebody.
Listen, some of these settlements, even I have to be like, damn. You know when you see those movies of just like, oh, I'm gonna take you for everything you did that you have? I don't know if that's the point of divorce, to like teach people a lesson, you know, in a way, because especially since a lot of divorces, they don't usually end because of cheating. I don't know if that's very common or that's what usually happens, but it's like, when I see really crazy divorce settlements, I'm always like, what happened that everyone came to the conclusion, oh, Mackenzie needs like half of Jeff Bezos's wealth? I don't know the numbers behind that. It is very extravagant because it's just like, I don't know, what is Jeff Bezos worth? Like, I'll just throw out maybe 100 billion. Why is Mackenzie getting 50 billion? And aren't their children grown? Like, in a way, I get it, but I also do not get it, because you just gave $50 billion to a woman who did not work for that. It just doesn't make much sense. Like, why is 50 billion going to Mackenzie? Like, why is 70 million going to, I don't know her name, but why is 70 million going to Mrs. Bryant? How are we divvying this up that the ex-wife gets now half their wealth, or sometimes just so much money over child support? I need to know how it's being broken up, because it literally doesn't really make much sense. It's way too much money for someone who didn't work for it.
Somebody explain, justify it. Justify it. What, he cheated on her? I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. He cheated on her. Great, the relationship's over right then. Kobe cheated, right? Shouldn't that relationship been over right then? Why did she hang around like some jaded cop for 3 years trying to get her fucking pension, right? Get that 10 years in? I don't know, maybe that's too harsh.
Maybe, a little bit, Bill.
That shit bothers me, man. Dude, there is an epidemic of gold-digging whores in this country. And every night I put on the news, and I'm waiting for someone to address it. Every night, never see it, you know? And every night I bring up gold-digging whores, and the whole crowd pulls back like I'm up here talking about Bigfoot, right? Like I'm saying the moon's made out of cheese or something. Talking about whores, people. They're everywhere. How many? How many more great men are going to get chopped in half before we do something?
It's pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Why is it so quiet in here? God damn, I don't get it. What is it? Is it women? Do you think I'm calling you? I'm not calling any woman here a whore, okay? So don't pull back. That's not fair, okay? If you brought up wife beaters, I wouldn't like pull back. I get it. There's guys hitting women, they need to be stopped. We gotta understand that gold-digging whores are the wife beaters for men. Yeah, they are. Except we don't have that Rihanna lumped up photo in the end, so it's not obvious.
Bill Burr is blunt, but sometimes I forget how blunt he is to really say what he wants to say. Like, no problem, no nothing. He says it in a way that I feel like you can't hate it. Like, he really is a good comedian.
It's in the eyes. It's in the lines in your face. It's in Mel Gibson's high-pitched voice on the answering machine. I had to give up my Laker tickets, right? That is the sound of a man being taken for everything he's got. I gotta tell you, I'm envious of women, okay? I'm not saying your problems get solved, but at least they're taken seriously. You know? People, you got 1-800 numbers, you got ribbons, there's groups. People give a shit. Anything happens to a guy, it's just considered funny. Some woman cut her husband's dick off, threw in the garbage disposal, and turned it on. People thought it was hilarious. They were, hey, Stumpy. Nobody cares. You think if a guy removed a woman's titty and threw it in the dryer, anybody would be joking about it the next day? The entire country would grind to a halt. There'd be a moment of silence. The NFL would have some special colored headband everybody had to wear for an entire month. The most effeminate color they could possibly come up with.
And I've learned this from my brother. Men's problems just get thrown in the trash. And I am sorry. Like, really, that's really sad. Especially since I've been able to talk to some guys and let them speak. Like, just talk with them. Bro, men be going through it. And then they have no one to talk to. And, like, there's so many songs written about how men will go through hell. But then they either off themselves or they live with it and then they just die and it's just like, this is life and you just whatever. But it's like, in reality, it's really hard when you understand what most men are gonna go through, and that the fact that they have no one really to talk to except maybe their mom or a really good bro. It's actually very, very sad. There's like a song by like Rod Wave called like Sky Priority, and he literally says in the song like he tries to speak and no one's listening to him, no one's hearing him, or no one cares about what he's saying. I don't know if it's Sky Priority or Weight on My Shoulders. And it's just a very sad song. Rod Wave is typically always sad on his songs. But you know, it's just something I've learned these last couple of years. Like, men will really go through hell, but it's like, man up, be a man, get over it. Life is gonna treat you hard. This is just the beginning. And I'm like, damn. No wonder usually when a guy gets a girl, it's like he just wants her to be peace and quiet, because when you go outside, there's just so much attacking you and so much to lose. And I feel like a battle every single day for a man. You gotta work hard for your job so you can make sure you take care of your family, your household, or just take care of yourself. You know, no one's giving you any handouts. It's just a lot being a guy, so.
All my heroes are going down. Arnold Schwarzenegger, another great man. Another great man. Taken down by that gold-digging whore of a man he's got. And I'm not saying he's not a piece of shit for doing what he did. It was a piece of shit move. But how come only he got chastised? What about the maid? Why was she called the maid that entire story? She was never called a whore, ever. Just boggled my mind. She knew his wife, first name basis, played with their kids, fucked her husband in their own goddamn bed. That's right down the checklist. First ballot Hall of Fame whore. Right there. Never. Why do you think she hooked up with him? Because of that 1987 flat top he's still rocking? Giant space between his teeth I could put this mic cord through?
Yo.
Or you think maybe it's all that kindergarten cop money laying around the goddamn bedroom? No, it's awful. It's a horrific thing to see as a guy, watching guys go through that shit, you know? And then there's no sort of examination of it. They just go, he's an idiot. Hey, he's stupid. That guy's stupid. If that guy's stupid, what the fuck am I, right? Does it even make sense? Why would you do that? Why would you accomplish all that and then fuck it up, hooking up with one of the ugliest human beings I've ever seen in my life?
Damn. Well, it's
not
true.
saying I'm a prize. I'm just saying.
Bro, I still remember being in school. I don't know, maybe high school, whatever. And I was just like, that's who you cheated on with? Was he bored or something? Could he not call up Beyonce? I don't know. No one else. Halle Berry. There's so many options. And you went with that one because of easy access? I'm so confused. I was so confused as a child. I just had no idea.
No.
Like, how?
There's gotta be something beyond that, right? You know what I think it is? I think it comes down to the way he talks. You know? That dude should be unloading trucks in Transylvania. That should have been the height of his success. But because he's a great man, he had the balls to move to America. Became famous for lifting weights. I lift weights, nobody gives a shit. He lifts weights, becomes super famous. Did he rest on his laurels? No. Next challenge. I'm gonna become an actor despite the fact that nobody can really understand me. Against all odds, he starts making movies. Get down, there's a bomb, get out of there. Becomes one of the biggest blockbuster stars of all time.
Yeah.
Crazy. What are you gonna do next, Arnie? I think I'll marry a Kennedy. There's no fucking way you can do that. Bam, he does it. Cherry on top, I'm running for governor of a state I can't even pronounce, and he wins the election.
Wow, I didn't even think about it like that. Arnold Schwarzenegger has done a lot. He really has done a lot. And how? I don't know who allowed him to do all of this.
This guy think he couldn't bang his maid in his own bed and get away with it. This dude has been in the zone for over 4 decades. 4 decades, nothing but neck. Bang a maid in my own bed? Dude, that's a layup. Are you serious? And then what happens? The smoke clears. Then all these trolls come out of the woodwork and start judging this great man. All these fatties, these fucking old guys who never got any with their jowls, coming on TV, absolutely reprehensible behavior. What kind of a public servant? His legacy is shrouded. Like they have any idea what it's like to be tempted at that level, right? Like they have groupies as they waddle out to their Mercury Tracer, parked on the other side of a dumpster. Really? You're beating them off? This guy, he's not a great man anymore? Terminator doesn't count? Is that what the fuck you're telling me? Because he fucked Alice? Really? He's still not a great man because he did that. Then that's the whole thing's over? Anybody here think they could move to Austria, learn the language, become famous for working out, then be a movie star, then marry into their royalty and hold public office? How many lifetimes would you need? I'm on my third attempt at Rosetta Stone Spanish. How can I judge these guys? I can barely handle the temptations of Facebook. I'm gonna judge Tiger Woods. I golf. I don't walk off the 18th hole and there's a busload of Scandinavian women waiting to fuck my brains out. Sorry, ladies, gotta go home to the wife, right?
That's a lot. And what's crazy, look, bro, I still remember seeing a video of LeBron James having to go down, like, I think he was leaving like a club or some kind of restaurant, and he had to go down like the up escalator because there were like mad thoughts around him just trying to like talk to him, get his number, and he just like glided down the escalator. Men don't really get DMs like that, but when you're at Chris Brown, Trey Songz, Drake, Future, big basketball players like LeBron or whatever, they are going to try and bother you. Maybe not in DMs, but in real life. They'll always try and shoot their shot in person if they possibly can, because it's like, you never know. If you come naked to them, they might just take you. Who knows? And it's crazy to me. Like, I didn't know men had I knew men had groupies like that because I remember being in school and the way everyone loved like Mindless Behavior, Justin Bieber. It was like fan clubs, One Direction, I'm a Directioner. Little girls are like, oh, I love you. You draw like a little note to your notebook. It's just like, oh, I want to be with JB, whatever. But like when you're an adult, it's like, let me go to a concert, get a backstage pass, be in like some skimpy clothes, and let's see if he'll take me. And listen, I heard Chris Brown be taking them, Drake and Future be taking them, because why not? It's right there. For a very long time, I did not know it was that bad. Like, there's mad girls who be coming to some of these concerts, clubs, programs, whatever event that some of these guys be doing, you know, sports players, whatever, just be butt naked ready, like, have me. And it's like, damn, I would have never guessed this was a real thing. I would have never guessed it was this bad. From what I've learned, like the Drakes and Futures of the world get women coming to them at every single corner. It's in abundance. There's no way they look, there isn't a woman that's ready to risk it all for them.
No, it kills me. And there's no help out there for guys. There isn't. There's nothing out there to help you handle becoming rich and famous. There's nothing to prepare you for that platoon of whores that's gonna form on the horizon. Right? Like Braveheart, faces painted, skirts on, will run down the hill, they'll jump on your dick in front of your wife. They don't give a shit. It's not even a handbook out there. I saw one article written about it on the cover of Time magazine. It said, why do so many rich, famous, and powerful men act like absolute pigs, right? And the article was actually written by a woman. That's like me writing a book, The Third Trimester and What to Expect. Ladies, you're gonna feel a pressure. How the hell would I know? You don't want to hear that from me, right? Then why is this woman telling me what it's like to have a dick? That makes no sense. You have no idea what it's like to have a dick. 24/7, do it, fuck it, do it. That's what it's saying. Do it.
I actually learned, like, apparently men are always like, men are, you know, constantly on. It's uncontrollable to like some certain extent where it's just like kind of on. And I guess that's where self-control comes in, because you can't really stop it. I read it that it's to a point where it's almost like it kind of has a mind of its own, because it just happens sometimes. Like, you literally just get turned on by the most random things, and you just like, sometimes you know, sometimes you don't know. There's really no, like, you could try your best to stop it, try to, you know, leave whatever it might be, turn it on, but like, it be on. It's crazy. It's like, it's almost out of your control.
Yeah, do it. That's how we survived as a species. Every man in here is programmed to fuck 85% of the women in this room. Right? Yeah, we are. Do it, fuck it, do it, you know? It's just that you won't. That's the only reason why we don't, you know? That's not you keeping your dick in check, you know? Some guy at Home Depot working there, he wants to fuck just as many women as a celebrity, right? But he can't do it because whores don't care about lumber, right? But the second he hits the fucking lottery, all of a sudden, you know, that do it, fucking do it, you know, that wasn't affecting his life. Then all of a sudden these whores show up. I'll do it, I'll suck it, I'll do it, right? No, somebody's got to step up, all right? I'm not even blaming whores, really. Just, guys, we're fucking idiots. What are we doing? Why are we working so hard and then giving it all away to some chick who did 3 shifts at a fucking Hooters, you know? They're fucking bums. Sitting there with fucking Dorito dust in their cleavage, walking around with hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm sick of that shit. That's what the law says. 100 years ago, I could beat you with a fucking mop handle and be like, well, that's what the law says. Doesn't make us right.
True.
No, it's unreal. And all this shit's going down, and we're not doing anything. What are we doing? Same old shit. Sitting around watching Shark Week, right? Watching shit about poisonous snakes half a world away, just filling your head up with all this useless information. What to do if you come face to face with a Bengal tiger. Don't look at it, don't look away. Slowly back up as you push your friend forward, right? All this useless information, yet hanging between your legs is this thing that could crumble your entire empire 7 minutes or less. Don't know a fucking thing about it. Even worse, you think it's your friend.
No.
Yeah, you know why? Because your dick's like a dreamer, you know? Your dick believes. It's like a motivational speaker. I don't give a shit what question you ask it. It's always like, yeah, absolutely. Sounds like a plan. Exit strategy. Later. We'll be fine. Where's your dick when you get caught, right? Then it's just slumped over like, yeah, I thought it was a good idea. Yeah. You have to know that. Dude, if your dick was a third base coach, it wouldn't hold anybody up. It'd just be fucking waving people around. Everybody, go in standing up. You got it. Oh, shit, here she comes. Slide. All right, you guys were awesome. Thank you so much for coming out.